The sheer scale of COVID VIP lane, the PPE scandal, has still not been revealed 5 years on. I'm going to read into this piece from Byline Times, you guys. Let's go. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. This is Reganelite here with an article from Byline Times with the headline that the sheer scale of the COVID VIP lane PPE scandal has still not been revealed 5 years on. And new evidence published by the COVID inquiry suggests that at least 20 more politically connected suppliers received contracts worth £1 billion. Just as a reminder, if you haven't already, hit the like button and share this across social media so others are notified of this video. I don't know how much longer this is going to drag on, but it's really easy for me to sit here and tell you we want the money back. And I'm glad that the government has a COVID corruption program to try and recoup some of this money. How much of it they're going to recoup, I don't know. We still don't know. Not really heard too much about that program and how much it's made progress, if I'm honest. I know we have the COVID inquiry is still ongoing. They do have a YouTube channel that you can check out whenever they have settings on their youtube.com/COVID-19 inquiry. They have whenever they have sitting sessions there. But for me, it just feels so long ago, and it's just like, are we actually going to get some recuperation from this? But but even if whether we get money back or not, and I do believe we will get some money back. The other question is, will there be any accountability? Is there going to be any accountability for the money that has been wasted by the Conservative Party handing over contracts to their friends and mates who are really donors or friends who have links in some way, shape or form to the Conservative Party? Is there going to be any criminal case or challenge as people died while they were doing all this as well? And my honest answer is no. And I don't like to be a downburner, but I also, the reality is that I don't see people paying the price for what happened here. I might see some of that money returned, but do I see people getting thrown in jail for what they did? No. But they should they be thrown in jail for some of these Conservatives for what they did, for insisting on getting their mates and buddies to try and get some of these for these VIP lanes when there was the equipment there was the supplies there was people there ready to step in, and they chose instead to go with their cronies and their buddies while people were dying. That's the reality. That was happening. The people in the ministers and politicians in the Conservative Party knew exactly what they were doing, and they don't care what you think. They honestly don't. The COVID-19 inquiry has just completed 4 weeks of hearings centred on the controversial procurement decisions made by Boris Johnson's government during the pandemic. Of particular of interest was the use of the VIP line by the Cabinet Office and Department for Health and Social Care to procure PPE. A system that has far-tracked offers from politically connected companies, many of whom have never previously supplied PPE to the NHS. The previous Conservative government was forced by the Good Law Project to reveal the name of the suppliers who benefited from the VIP lane, and in October 2021 finally published a list of 51 names following a long-running battle. However, those 51 suppliers declared by the DHSC may just be the tip of the iceberg. In February 2022, the Good Law Project, and you should check out their work at the Good Law Project, they do great stuff, was leaked internal DHSC documents that suggested a further 18 companies benefited from the VIP lane. But this was dismissed by the DHSC, which claimed it is inaccurate to claim that all these companies were referred to by the high priority lane route. But new evidence published by the COVID inquiry and analysis by the UK's anti-corruption coalition, the UK ACC, now supplies the initial claims made by GLP, and in fact goes one step further to reveal that the names of at least 20 other suppliers who received 48 contracts worth £1 billion via the VIP route. Gavin Hayman, Executive Director of Open Contracting Partnership and co-chair of the UK ACC, told the inquiry that we are not sure if we have got to the bottom of all those VIP contracts. Yet it appears that the evidence to the inquiry on VIP lane supplies from DHSC conflicts with that of the Cabinet Office. The Cabinet Office evidence appears to omit 20 other suppliers who received 48 contracts worth £1 billion, according to the DHSC. I'm not sure who is right, but it is bad that we still don't know for sure 5 years on. Hopefully, my lady, you will get to the bottom of this. So 5 years on, we still don't know everyone who was a part of it. 5 years on, guys. The contracting evidence provided by the Cabinet Office and referred to by the UK ACC is in the form of a detailed spreadsheet now made public by the inquiry for the first time. And there's a link there, obviously, on the article. And I will provide the link to the article in the description of this video for you guys. Remarkably, every PPE supplier awarded a contract by the government during the pandemic can then be filtered into VIP or non-VIP categories, revealing the names of potentially 20 new VIP suppliers. To date, the names of 51 VIP lane suppliers have been made public by the DHSC. However, early in the month, the government's former Chief Commercial Officer, Gareth Williams, confirmed to the inquiry that yet another company had mistakenly been missed off the list. That company was Lux Lifestyle. A previous investigation by the Good Law Project revealed that Lux were awarded a £20 million PPE deal following any intervention by the former Conservative Party ministers and chairman, Greg Hands. Williams said in his witness statement to the inquiry, a further HPL company, Lux Lifestyle, was identified in May 2024 following a review of evidence in preparation for this inquiry. Last week, it was reported the HMRC were currently investigating Lux Lifestyle, which led to the arrest of the firm's director, Karen Brosk, on suspicion of fraud by failing to disclose information, conspiracy to cheat the public revenue, and fraudulent evasion of income tax. Her husband, Tim White, is suspected of acting as a shadow director and is also being investigated in connection to the same offences. So perhaps there may be some criminal charges after all, potentially. Not for the politicians, of course. Furthermore, 2 officials working in the VIP lane during the pandemic claim another politically connected PPE supplier, Bunzl, was also dealt with via the VIP lane, also known as the high priority lane. Bunzl has long been affiliated with the Conservative peer Lord Feldman, who was also working as advisor to the Health Minister during the pandemic. Speaking to the inquiry this month, Andy Wood, a Deputy Director and Commercial Specialist working for the Cabinet Office, said Bunzl was a significant, credible offer that was dealt with via the VIP lane after coming into contact with the government via ministers and senior officials. Wood's claim was supposed to be that another senior civil servant, Max Kandoff, who stated during his hearing on March 6, 2025, that Bunzl was a really good lead that potentially came into the VIP lane. So this is the source here from the COVID inquiry here. Gary Hayman of the UK ACC said, I am not sure who is right, but it is bad that we still don't know for sure 5 years on the true extent of the VIP lane. He urged the inquiry to establish the true picture by conducting a comprehensive review of the scale of and outcomes from the VIP lane. So far, the names of 51 recipients of the VIP lane have been published by the government, but this could be woefully short, with potentially a further 22 PPE suppliers missing from the list. And this was written by Russell Scott there. Thank you for that, Russell. There's still so much more to look into this, guys. There's still more to look into this. How much have the Conservatives done? Remember when I said before the Labour government came in, I said there would be lots more skeletons. I remember saying this, there would be lots more skeletons in the Conservative closet as time went on. Oh, you thought we knew all that was in the closet. Oh, no. We haven't gotten even to the back of the closet from what the Conservatives have left us. There should be criminal proceedings made against this Conservative government by the previous Conservative government, by those who ran this farce, because it is a farce. Remember, people died while they profited. They profited while people died. And people forget that, and yet they still cast their votes for the Conservatives. It's a very important phrase that people should remember, that the Conservatives were more important about, their priority was making money, not protecting the British public. And people should do well not to forget that. And I worry that people have forgotten that. Despite everything that's going on in the world, it's important to remember that, no matter what. So what do you guys make of this latest news from Byline Times? What do you guys make of the scale of corruption from this Conservative Party over the COVID contracts and the PPE scandal? Let me know your thoughts and more on all this down in the comments below. If you found this video informative or helpful to you, please hit that like button, share across social media, subscribe if you haven't to already. Do check out my Patreon and Rumble pages as well. And if you want to financially support me, you can join the YouTube membership as well. Link for that is below. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope to catch you all very, very soon.